Hi, welcome back if you've been here before, and if you're brand new, hi, I'm Emma. This is going to be my January TBR, but before we get into that, I just want to show you a couple of things that some I purchased myself and some I got for Christmas that are bookish related. So, if you watch my November or December what I read, you'll know that I read a couple of the Clothbound classics. So for Christmas I got Animal Farm by George Orwell. I really like the cover of this one because it's like the fences of the farm, and it's a super little one as well. So that one can go on my shelf now. And I also got The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn. So this is obviously the river reads there as well. The books come in all different colours, like rainbow style. I have a lot of this dark blue on my shelf, so I think next time I pick up a Clothbound classic I need to think about what colour it is so I can add a bit more colour. But yeah, I really like these. The only issue I've had with these books is the print comes off if you handle it too much, which is why I've been reading it on my Kindle and then buying the book physically, because then I don't touch it too much. But yeah, the inside cover of this one is nice and red. That's what it looks like. And then the inside cover of this one is navy blue. So those are really pretty. And I also, for Christmas, got a brand new Kindle. So this is the Gen 11. I don't know, we worked out my Kindle, the one I was using, was about 10 years old, maybe older, and Kindle brought out a whole bunch of new Kindles, and I was umming and ahhing about whether I wanted one or not, because mine was still working fine. It just was really old. So John got me a new Kindle. It's the matcha colour, which is really pretty, and I just got this case for it on Amazon. I'm debating whether to get a pop socket or not, because they're a little bit smaller, so I think I would quite like it, and I have already dropped it on my face once or twice. So yeah, absolutely loving this. It's so speedy. I'm just reading Emma in the Night on it at the moment, so yeah, really like it. So thank you, John, for that for Christmas. And then I bought myself some stationery things. I don't know if you're interested, but January always feels like an organisy time for me, and I always get a new diary, and sometimes I get stationery for Christmas, sometimes I don't, so I've treated myself to some new stationery. So this is my diary for the year. It is by Better Day Studio. I think I just got it on Amazon, so I'll leave a link to it down below, but it's got like your usual diary pages, but it also has a bit at the front. So this is April's, at the front of each month, where you can like reset your goals, which I think is really nice. And then for each day it's got a gratitude and like a what went well kind of thing. So I don't think I like this one as much as my old one, which was just a Bumblebee one from WH Smith, because I had more space, but I also think it could be that I'm not used to it. But I really like the colour of it. I think it really goes quite well with my Kindle. So yeah, I like the colour of it. I've been using it. It's got a habit tracker each week as well, like just that. It's a habit tracker. So I think once I get used to using this one rather than my old one, I'll really like it. So yeah, and there's the spine. So that is my new diary. My new pencil case accidentally matches my Kindle. Not that I'm ever going to use the two at the same time, but look. So this is also from Amazon. It is this brand, I don't know what it is, but again, I'll leave a link to it down below. And I'm just going to show you some of the stationery I got when I ordered it. Oh, it opens, so it's easy to get in and out of. I bought way too many highlighters, so I got a set by Pilot, I think. Oh no, yeah, Pilot Friction. So these are the colours, and then they're erasable, which I thought was so cool. So I got these highlighters, and then I think I forgot I'd ordered these highlighters, and I ordered these ones by Stabilo. Is that how you say it? But it's a whole bunch of pretty pastel-y kind of colours. So yeah, I've got more highlighters than I could ever possibly need. But I do use them, so that's handy. So I got those, and then I got a set of the Pilot Friction the clicker pens. So they just do like that. So then obviously you get all the colours, and these are also erasable. I got these because I've been enjoying using, this is an old pen from my pencil case from last year. I've been enjoying using these, but I only have this colour left because there is a pen thief in this house, and it is Jonathan. So I bought these as the newer version of these ones, so I don't just have to write in red. And then the rest of the pens in there are just Bic, regular Bic, like pens, and a couple of pencils. So I got those, and I also have these 3 Lagami, is that how you say it? Pens with the little animals on, and these are also erasable, which I think is going to be great because I hate making a mistake and then having to live with it. So if I can rub it out, that'd be brilliant. And like plans change and stuff, so yeah. Those are my pens. Again, I don't know if you're interested in seeing my little stationery haul, but it makes me happy. I also got 2 new notebooks. It came in a set of 3, but John has stolen the red one, so they're just ruled A5 notebooks. So I got the purple and the orange, and again these are from Amazon. We've got a little pen holder. I'll leave them linked down below if you're interested, but yeah, they're just lined. So that should be all of my stationery ready to go for the year. Now let's get into my TBR. I do already have 3 books on my TBR, so then I'm going to be randomly picking 2 other books. So I said I was reading Emma in the Night. I'm about halfway through, so I'm hoping to finish that in January. I've been like reading it on my Kindle and also listening to the audio on Everand, so hopefully I can get through that fairly quickly. I want to read 52 books this year. I failed last year, so I'm hoping I can get through that, but yeah, I'm gonna read that one. Basically these 2 girls, the sisters, they went missing, and we're trying to figure out, one of them has come back and we're trying to figure out where the other one is. That's where I'm up to with that. Okay, the NetGalley book I have been sent to read is called Daughter of the Drowned. I'll just read the description for you. I think I added this to my list last month, but not to my TBR. So it says, a broken young woman will stop at nothing to discover why she's being haunted, even if that means storming the underworld to face off with Death himself. 21-year-old Lovely Timms hasn't always been afflicted with otherworldly visions. In fact, it's only the last 4 years that has been a haze of addiction and denial since she drowned. Only when she's visited by an apparition of her father does she finally begin to believe her hauntings are real. Desperate to discover why she's plagued by the dead, she travels to the occult-filled city of New Orleans with childhood best friend Tino by her side. Though as her abilities grow, so does the icy herald of death. Death with a face, a name, and a delicious voice with which to beckon her. Death calls to Lovely. Will he get to keep her? So it says it's perfect for fans of Leigh Bardugo and V.E. Schwab. So I've read Leigh Bardugo because I think she did the Grisha books, and I really liked those. But I don't think I've ever read anything by V.E. Schwab. So, but it says those who like their romantic fantasy with a side of gore, childhood friends to lovers. Oh, so I guess Lovely and Tino are going to be lovers. Death as a love interest, and their romance with more steam and less spice. So that one sounds good. I'm excited. So that's on my TBR for January. And the other book that is already on my TBR is Hey Zoe by Sarah Crossan. I'm going to try and do a book club for Hey Zoe. My friend on YouTube, Stacey, has started a book club on Fable. So it is Stacey's Bookish Adventures, if you're interested in following along. I haven't done a book club before, and this isn't normally something I pick up, so I'm excited to see how that goes, like a read along. But I'll just read the description. It reminds me a bit of Annie Bot that I read a couple of months ago, so we'll see how that goes. It says, Dolores O'Shea's marriage collapses when she discovers her husband's AI doll in the garage. When she moves Zoe into the house, they become oddly bonded, opening the door to a lifetime of repressed feelings and memories. Darkly funny and endlessly sharp, Hey Zoe is a story of love, family, and trauma in our tech-buffered age of alienation, as strange as it is familiar. 43-year-old Dolores O'Shea is logical, organized, and prepared to handle whatever comes her way. She keeps up with her job and housework, takes care of a mentally declining mother, and remains close to old friends and her younger sister who moved to New York. Though her marriage with David isn't what it used to be, nothing can quite prepare her for Zoe, the $8,000 doll that David has secretly purchased and stuffed away in the garage. At first, Zoe sparks an uncharacteristically strong violence in Dolores, whose entire life is suddenly cast in doubt. But then Dolores and Zoe start to talk, and what surfaces runs deeper than Dolores could have ever expected. With consequence for all in the relationship, especially her relationship to herself, provocative, brilliant, and tender, Hey Zoe is an electrifying new novel about painful truths of modern-day connection and the complicated and unexpected forms that love can take in a lifetime. Sounds interesting. It's 320 pages long, and I'm excited to read along. So yeah, if you want to join the book club, you can do that on Fable, and we'll talk about it there together. So I think I'm going to add 2 more books to my January TBR. I would need to read 4.5 books a month to hit my goal, so I'm going to add 5 and hope for the best. So I've got 828 books in my TBR, including the books that I've already added to my list. So let's add that number in. So the first number that came up is 282, and that is Sins and Needles, part of the Artist trilogy by Karina Hale. It says, Ellie Watts is used to starting over. The daughter of a grifting team, Ellie spent her childhood being used as a pawn in her parents' latest scam. Now she's much older, wiser, and ready to give her con artist life a rest. But returning to the dry desert town of Palm Valley, California, means one more temptation than she bargained for. Camden McQueen. I can only think of Lightning McQueen. Once known as the high school weirdo, Camden is bigger and badder than the boy he used to be, and a talented tattoo artist with his own thriving business. Ellie's counting on Camden still being in love with her, but what she's not counting on is how easily unrequited love can turn into obsession over time. When Camden discovers Ellie's plan to con him, he makes her a deal she doesn't dare refuse. But her freedom comes with a price, and it's one that takes both Ellie and Camden down a dangerous road. That sounds good. I'm excited. I feel like I've read a book by this author before. I'm just going to check because the covers look familiar, and I recognize the oh, I have. I read The Royals Next Door. Oh, I liked that one. That was like, I feel like it was like the bodyguard and the girl got together. Okay. Yeah, I gave that one 4 out of 5 stars, so I obviously like that one. Okay, brilliant. The final one is Once Upon a Broken Heart by Stephanie Garber. It says, how far would you go for a happily ever after? For as long as she can remember, Evangeline Fox has believed in true love and happy endings until she learns that the love of her life will marry another. Desperate to stop the wedding and heal her wounded heart, Evangeline strikes a deal with the charismatic but wicked Prince of Hearts. In exchange for his help, he asks for 3 kisses to be given at a time and place of his choosing. But after Evangeline's first promised kiss, she learns that bargaining with an immortal is a dangerous game, and that the Prince of Hearts wants far more from her than she pledged. He has plans for Evangeline, plans that will either end in the greatest happily ever after or the most exquisite tragedy. Okay, I feel like all of those sound really good this month, so that's exciting. Hopefully I can get through all of these because I really want to hit my goal this year of 52 books. And I know like some people read a lot more, some people read a lot less. Last year I read 43, so it's 10 more than I was able to read last year. But we can do it. Let me know down in the comments below what books you're going to read in January. And if you've read any of these books, let me know your thoughts as well. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please don't forget to hit the subscribe. Give me a thumbs up, hit the notification. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.